Hello and welcome to Ogner's latest video cast. Today's date is the 2nd of November 2020. We're looking at the latest update from Switzerland. They're reporting 93 people died over the weekend, so that'll have to be averaged in the database. I download this file here. It's a French file. It's just a database file, and it'll give me a certain amount of information about Switzerland, and I'll get there in a minute. Here is a site I use to get the cantonal information from Switzerland. And I finally understood why there's such a delay between this number being advanced and the Swiss government, is that these guys are correct, and the Swiss government do extra tests when people die, and that's the extra delay. There's how Worldometer sees Switzerland. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, I want to get on to cover. No one has challenged me. I've been saying it since the very beginning: comorbidities, and I've been using 97% for at least 200 days. And where did I get that number from? Did I pull it out of my ass? Where did that number? Well, I use the Swiss model. It's always written up my model that it's the Swiss model. There it is, Swiss model 97%. So let me just switch back here. So this is the official Swiss report that was released on the 19th of April. Okay, covers Liechtenstein and Switzerland. It gives a certain amount of information. I'll read them, I'll translate them for you. This is about the age, sex and age, how many men were hit, cantonal information, hospitalizations, and this is about the people that have died, okay? So here it is. The average age is 84 years of age, and the comorbidities are 97%, okay? So that's where I get that one from. Now, it's not just one day. I'll do it. This one is from the 2nd of May. 2nd of May, let's go down to the number of people that died. I mean, the hospitalization, it doesn't mean anything, not in the numbers. So here we have a 98% comorbidity rate. You see the sicknesses that are getting people: diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular problems. That's what was killing most people. Let me try it again. This one is the 24th of the 6th of June, and this is a very important one. I'm going to go down to the number of the deaths. Here it is. So 97%. Stop mentioning the age because it was a dead giveaway. At this current day, 1,682 people had died, and they had tested 1,586 with further tests and whatever. And they are confirming that 97% of them had comorbidities. Okay? And then the following day, they come up with this bullshit. Caseonomics. Case-stemics. Case. So that was the day. The 25th and 26th of June was the day that Swiss stopped giving detailed information. Anyway, that brings me on to my spreadsheet. And so I have my source, which I didn't show you my source. Do forgive me. Oh, it actually crashed on me. That's why I didn't show it to you. So this is the official document from the Swiss. I just need this page. Is the new one I need, but they have other information, but I don't use any of that. It's just the first page that interests me. So I get that data and I clean it up. Date by date, population, case numbers, and that. But although case numbers is irrelevant. So my next image, I'm going to try to put that into a graph, but it's absolutely impossible to graph the population to such small numbers. So I'm now going to introduce scale and 3D. Here in this chart, I've reduced the population of Switzerland by 10,000 times. 10,000 times. I've reduced the population to 854. And you see that even with that huge magnification, 10,000, there's barely anything. People that died, Switzerland, sources admin, data from March 1st. Now I'm going to put that back to scale of 1,000. And you see there's nothing. There's nothing. It's just starting up now as we get into November. There's a tiny mountain there. Now, I just added in here to 1/1000th scale the case numbers, but I mean the case numbers are irrelevant. I'm not going to waste my time talking about them. So this is the chart. Switzerland in one in 10,000. So let me explain that. We take a 3D block of Switzerland. We separate that into 10,000 pieces. 9,999 pieces we immediately removed. They're not affected in any way, shape or form by COVID-19. Now that one last square, this one last 1/10,000 is this graphic. This is the one. This is this tiny little part of Switzerland. And the people that died had 97 or 98% comorbidities. And now I'm going to remove them. And the virus is gone. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing with the naked, nothing you can see. I'm going to zoom it. So, okay. So we're starting the 1st of March. There you see it here, a tiny bump here, tiny bump. Now this graph here is at 1,000 cells wide by 1,000 cells. So it's a million. There's a million parts in this. Now you see here, you can actually count these are kind of a 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell, 4 cells, 5 cells, etc. There you go. That's that black line. That black line is covered now up to March. See, it was gone. We're heading into the summer. Gone. We're in 7th of June, 14th. 20th, nothing. Tiny bit there, 8th of the 7th. You see it here around the 20th, tiny little bit. Tiny little bit there. We're into August. Around the 15th of August, there's something. Tiny bimp. Again on the 23rd. Again on the 27th. Ooh, a little bit more on the 9th of September. Just keep your eye on the black line. Just keep your eye on that. We're up on the 19th of October. 24th, 26th, 27th. There you go, up to the 30th. So, you know, I reckon that the black here takes about 100 squares of the million. And that leads me to a certain conclusion. If this is 1/10,000th, and that one, say it's 100,000, then I'm perfectly happy and convinced to say that I have proved that COVID-19 is a hoax with a probability of 99.99999%. That's 7 nines after the full stop. COVID-19 hasn't been isolated, hasn't been reproduced, it hasn't been measured, weighed, or imaged. No one has the isolate. Not the CDC, not the Swiss, not WHO. No one has it. It's a hoax. I go into lockdown in 3 hours, semi-lockdown. Ogs are out under 10 minutes.